Hey everybody, what's up? It's Dr. Joey Kramer at Hope Upper Cervical Spine Center. And over the last weekend, I was in some continuing education with about 50 doctors where we were discussing various topics surrounding the future of health, really where the patient demographic is going as it relates to neurological based chiropractic care. And in that, one of the constant problems and consistent problems that has suddenly come is this idea of POTS. So many of you are calling the office saying, hey doc, I've been diagnosed with POTS. Do I have an issue with fungus? Have I been exposed to mold? Is this going to be a problem that I'm trying to navigate because of, Lyme's disease or something along those lines? Because this happens all of a sudden. You start getting these uncontrolled heart rates. You start having digestive issues. You start having problem with this adaptation of your heart. And this is super, super important for you to understand as a normal human being. Your heart has a self rhythm of 60 beats a minute, right? However, your heart also has what is called an attachment by the vagus nerve that allows it to all of a sudden start beating really fast when there's a lion in the room, right? The metaphorical fight or flight response, or to slow the regulation down as would be done in things like yoga and meditation and, these calming exercises, right? Insofar as that most of the medical profession is now looking at these stimulators that they are putting on the side of your neck and running an electrical charge through it to stimulate vagus activity. Now, I want to say that's insane because there has been a solution, there always will be a solution, and it has been around for at least the last 125 years. And that solution is upper cervical specific. And this is really fascinating to me because most people don't understand or grasp the idea of why they would need to say, doc, I have a problem with POTS. Why do I need to get my neck checked out? That's two really, diametrically opposed things when it comes to our human brain because we are trained to look at, we'll just get some blood pressure medication, get some cholesterol meds, right? We're going to give you an anti-anxiety drug, an antidepressant because we are going to try to calm all these things down pharmaceutically. Well, we all know that they are a cartel and that's not the route we want to go. So the idea behind this is really, really simple for you. If you take every single blood vessel, artery, vein, arterial, venule, it is running with a sympathetic nerve. A sympathetic nerve is responsible for your fight or flight reflex. And it's super important to recognize that the fight or flight reflex maintains those vessels in a constant state of constriction, right? And it's so much so important that the main sympathetic nerve that is responsible for helping adaptation take place is your vagus nerve, which runs, wait for it, from the very first bone of your neck. And then it ties into your jugular vein. It ties into your carotid artery. It ties into your lymphatic drainage and it runs down directly to your heart and directly to your brain. Super fascinating to think about when you understand the basics of neuroanatomy as it relates to skeletal structure, arterial structure, vasculars, right? Lymphatic system, and also your spinal system, right? Because all four of those components are implicated as it relates to a POTS presentation. The idea that the medical profession says that this is a form of inflammation, I would absolutely 100% agree with him. The second piece of it being inflammatory in nature is that it is a nervous system problem. And that can only be assessed by looking at how well your arterial system or your vascular system is functioning. We should be a normal adaptive person, meaning that if a car drove into my office right now, I would expect my heart rate to start racing, right? If I decided to go lay down in a zero gravity chair, I would expect my heart rate and blood pressure to come down. That's normal, right? However, if a car drove through the window and my heart rate just stayed normal, that would be a problem. That means you are static. That means you are non-adaptive. That's why all you people with POTS are having this vagal response that is causing you to feel lightheaded, dizzy, once you want to pass out when you stand up. It's also causing you to have uncontrolled heart rate, uncontrolled blood pressure, acid reflux, GERD, headaches, migraines, dizziness, vertigo. You're dealing with stuff in the gut. You're having problems going to the bathroom. All of these are compounding. And I think I just labeled off probably 15 different doctors you would see when the problem is all related to one spot and one spot only. And that is the first bone of your neck. If you have a misalignment of C1, you will have neurological compromise. Depending upon how long that C1 misalignment is there, it may or may not manifest an end organ pathology or a presentation of a diagnosis that you receive from your MD, such as POTS, such as an arrhythmia, right? Such as vertigo or Meniere's, etc. It doesn't matter what you want to call the diagnosis. The problem is always the same. It is a misalignment of the C1 implicating a neurophysiological change that over time will create dysautonomia. That is an inability of your nervous system to perform properly. So listen up. If you've been diagnosed with POTS, and if you are sick and tired of going to the ER, getting every gamut of tests run on you, being told they are all normal, and then being sent home trying to figure out what to do with your life, my encouragement to you is to find an upper cervical doctor. I am one in South Lake, Texas. If you guys are watching this in a different state, you can call our office. We'll be more than happy to help you. Or you can go to uppercervicalcare.com, type in your zip code, and they will help find you a doctor who can help you navigate your POTS efficiently, effectively, and give you the quality of life back that you deserve. Nobody deserves to be medicated for the rest of their life. All of us deserve to be healthy from the inside out. Hope is not lost.